I had no issue with that one.
Yeah, and then do you understand my questions? Since you got no issue with the parent
Uh,
things, do you have any suggestion for Miss Tia? Come on.
uh, I have no suggestion since I didn't face the problem. So how can I give suggestion to the problem that I didn't face?
Okay, maybe you may think about what is it, what is it the opinion, what is it the talk that you can share with the parent. So Miss Tia here can deal with the parent, can get the permission also from the parents. Come on, I don't care if you got no problem with the parents. Yeah, I care for your opinion. Yeah, to help Miss Tia Hasbi. That's the point. Come on, Mr. Kepa.
Yeah, the best thing that come to my mind actually, we can ask help also from the school for providing letter to the parent informing that actually the student will be participating in this activity, so the parents will know and at least they can support this one. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So your suggestion here, Miss Tia, you gonna provide the parent with the letter from the school. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kepas Ajibekti. And then maybe Miss Juliana. Miss Juliana, do you have any problem with the parent? I guess no. Come on. Do you have any suggestion for Miss Tia Hasbi, Miss Juliana?
Actually, I have no problem with the parents, but if you want some suggestion, you may call each student's parents, maybe to inform. So to talk, be honest to say to them about our Ppg Daljab. I hope the parents will understand our needs. That's all for me, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Next one, Miss Tia, you gonna call all of the student parents, yeah. And the next time, yeah, after I already uploaded all of your guys' first video for the teaching practice, yeah, I'm gonna ask all of your students to fill a attendance list to your video. Yeah, that should be one of the obligations. They gonna do it. Okay, Miss Tia, and then the rest of you. And then it seems like Miss Putri Dwi raising her hand. Come on, what is it, Miss Putri?
I will tell about my experience before I take the video for PPL today. Yesterday,
Okay.
one of parents asked me about, Miss, what is it for? I just tell to the parents about shooting. I asked my your son take shooting and will be launched in YouTube. Something interesting for attract the parents. Thank you. Just the suggestion for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari. Okay, so Miss Tia, you may tell the parent, we're gonna make your son famous. Yeah. Okay, Miss Tia Hasbi, you can tell the parent that once they can usually give the permissions to join and then also to participate in teaching and learning process. Okay, Miss Tia, I guess that's enough for you, Miss Tia. Okay, do you have anything to say based on the suggestion, a formal letter from Mr. Kefas, and then also call each of the parent from Miss Juliana, and then also promising their student, yeah, promising their son, yeah, they're gonna be famous. Come on, do you have anything to say, Miss Tia Hasbi?
Okay. I think if I should call one by one of the parents of my student, oh my God. Actually, all of the student has know that this is the time for learning teaching process. Yeah, but some students, I don't know, maybe because the pandemic, they should make the good economic if they want to join in learning. So that's why my student look for the money more because if we want to use some kind of apps, they should have the good handphone. I think that's one of the reason my why my student should get the job outside in the learning time of process. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Hasbi, and then I hope the suggestion from me, the advice from me, and then also from your friends here gonna help you to provide a better kind of second cycle for the teaching practice. Next, here, second one, it will be Mr. Ruli. Yeah, Mr. Ruli, your first problem it is about time management. Yeah, uh, time management. My suggestion for you, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, you gotta more practice. You gotta do more rehearsal, I guess. Yeah. On your previous first teaching practice, how many times did you conducted the rehearsals? First, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar.
Twice, sir. I mean, the problem is uh, ketika saya nyuruh anak-anak untuk join the meeting at 1 o'clock, uh, someone of them late, sir, telat. Jadi masuknya mepet gitu, jadi bikin panik gitu. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar. Yeah. So if you're really aware that your student gonna be late, so for example, if your session here it will be at 1 o'clock, so you're gonna tell them we are going to start at 12 o'clock. So you can start your lesson at 1 o'clock. Okay, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar. So you're gonna have 1 hour to wait, yeah, based on your teaching plan before, so you're gonna start at 1 o'clock, yeah, and then it will be the same also with the rehearsal and then also the practice, yeah, since it is a rehearsal and it is a practice, some of your students maybe they're gonna think, okay, this only a rehearsals, this only a trial, it is not a real recording that we're gonna do, so that's okay to be late, yeah, that may be the excuse from your students. Okay, and then you can implement that kind of strategy, I guess. If you're gonna start the lesson at 1 o'clock, you're gonna tell them, okay, 12 o'clock here, the class will be open, yeah, and then you can start your class at 1 o'clock. Okay, Mr. Luis Akbar. And then second one, the audio of the students, yeah, the audio of the student here, I guess, based on the previous problem, also it is about the internet connections. Yeah, that's make the audio not clear, and then also make the video also. Yeah, maybe you can put the limitations on the participant that can joining. Yeah, for example, here in your classroom consists of 20 students, you're going to ask them, yeah, maybe only 10, maybe only 12 of the student using, what is it, the best provider that we got in Indonesia? What is it? Can you mention it? What is it? Telkomsel by Miss Eka Fajar. Miss Eka Fajar mentioning Telkomsel. Simpati Telkomsel, ya. Okay, maybe you can choose, maybe you can select your participant, the student that can join the teaching and learning process here, those that having Telkomsel, based on Miss Eka Fajar's opinion. Yeah, or maybe you can make an observation first. Try to make a comparison between all this provider that you have. Yeah, Kebumen, Central Java here. If you think using Excel, that will be better than using M3 or using another kind of provider. So you can use Excel. Okay, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, to avoid, one more time, to avoid the poor kind of internet connection from your students. Yeah. And then the third one is about the student devices. It will be the same also with the student devices. Yeah. Because we can expect all the students, they're going to have the latest iPhone 13. Yeah. We cannot expect all of the students here gonna have their a Samsung S21 Ultra, blah 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 blah. We cannot expect that one. Yeah? So we're gonna expect this student here gonna have their smartphone, and then that will be compatible, that will be relevant to use while joining your teaching and learning process. Okay, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, you don't have to choose your student that only using iPhone 13 or Samsung S21 Ultra, the blah blah blah. Okay, but choose that can join the teaching and learning process properly. Okay, that for the student devices, and then you can force the student that only having Nokia 3310 and then joining your session, that will be possible. Okay, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, that will be my suggestion for the third problems that you have. And then last one I wrote here is about irrelevant kind of content for the students. What is it, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar? Can you repeat it? The last problem that you face?
For the last problem, I forget to remind my student to uh, learn again about material about correspondence or surat menyurat. So some student forget about style of formal letter. Jadi when I ask them style of formal letter, they cannot answer my question like that.
Okay. Uh, I still remember before you guys starting to record your first teaching practice video, I told you you gotta brief your students. Yeah, you gotta make a teaching scenario first. Yeah, you have to make what kind of the script that you're going to do. So each of the student in your classroom, they have their own role. Yeah, so it's mean for this kind of problem, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, you are not giving them the rule. Yeah? So what is it they're going to participate in your teaching and learning process? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why they cannot answer your question. And then when you try to ask the student and they can't answer the question, so it is not your student fault, but it's your fault because you're not telling them first what their role, what part that they're going to do. Yeah, that's why in 25 of the criteria for assessing the video, yeah, it put, yeah, you gotta consider about the input and then also about the output. You can expect the student to answer it correctly, yeah, before you give them with something that clear, yeah, with a clear kind of instructions. Okay, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, I guess that's all my suggestion for your first video of teaching practice. And then let's give Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar applause, everyone. Yeah. And then now I'm gonna ask Miss Tia Hasbi, especially for the student devices. Do you have any suggestion for Mr. Ruli, please?
What should I do? Yeah.
Come
I
on.
think this is my suggestion for Mr. Ruli. If in your school have the lab, I think you can provide your student to come to the lab when the school have the provide connection. I think that's one of the best suggestion that I give to you, and that's be my planning in the second cycle of my video because my student also have a bad connection with when in the first cycle. I think that's my suggestion, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Tia Hasbi. So, Mr. Ruli, you have to consider using language lab, yeah, language laboratory for your second teaching practice. That was the suggestion from Miss Tia Hasbi. And then the suggestion from Miss Hairina Nur Fajria. Come on.
uh, if in your school there is no lab, maybe you have to think about the bad situation, sir. So you have to the second planning if there is a bad situation like that.
Okay,
Actually, if have a lab, it's better. But if not, it's complicated, sir.
That's the question, my dear Irina. Okay, so Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, you gotta make plan B. That's the suggestion from Miss Irina Nur Fajria. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure because it is a vocational high school, so you have your own language laboratory. Yeah, Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar. Okay. And the next one, Miss Yusfina Wati. Come on, do you mind try to share any kind of your opinion suggestion for Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar, please?
Maybe same like Miss Tia.
No, I'm not taking the same. Come on, come on.
Yeah. Maybe before practice, you ask the student to really proper their device or internet connection. I think.
How to do that one? That's the question. Come on, how? Come on, come
I
on,
don't
Miss
know.
Yusfina.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So it's
Okay.
yeah impossible to provide their internet connection like by them Telkomsel.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you for not giving anything for Mr. Ruli. Yeah. Okay, next, Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari, come on. Our student devices, how that you gonna make sure everyone will have their student devices, a proper one, that they can join the teaching and learning process without any
Uh,
hassle. Come on.
from me, by using another devices like WhatsApp group, video call, maybe. I don't know, sir. I cannot give the solution very clear, very good enough because for me it's about giving another devices like another applications like WhatsApp call, WhatsApp group. That's it, sir.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Yeah, Mr. Ruli, you got the suggestion from Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari. If you have some problem with your student devices, so you gotta think about alternative kind of apps. Yeah, using WhatsApp, using what is it? Using Line. Yeah, to teach them. I guess it is relevant or no, Mr. Oli. You may take it or no. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. And then now let's go with the third one, Mr. Kefas. Yeah, Mr. Kefas got three kind of problems. First here about the participants. Yeah, the problem about the participants, since your planning here consists of 25 students, and then uh, the student that joining it is only 14. Yeah, 14 student joining, and then giving the impact to the time management, because first it is the lesson that you provided for 25, and then it is for 14 student. That's why you cannot make your planning run well as you planned it before. Yeah, because next time, maybe for your second teaching video, Mr. Kepas, you gotta consider here to choose or to select the student carefully. You gotta choose those that can commit with their promise, with their agreement while joining your teaching and learning process. Yeah, because if it is 25 and then in reality it is consists of 14 students, so we have 11 students that joining the lessons. Yeah, and that's a big number, I guess. Okay, and then that will give the problem for your teaching practice. And then for the time management, as the impact of the participants here, I guess that will be the same. Try to choose all the student that ready. Yeah, only the student that ready to join your teaching and learning process. Yeah, so you don't have to use your, what is it, your real class. Yeah, because I told you on your guys first briefing for the teaching practice, this teaching practice here is not a real teaching practice that you conducted for your students, but you try to make a teaching scenario, yeah, and then also brief your student, yeah, and then also ask them, divide them into separate role that they're gonna play in what is it, Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari mentioned it, in a shooting process. Yeah, it is a recording kind of teaching and learning process. Yeah, so if you plan at 25 and an target is 14 students, so that's a fail. Yeah, because almost 50% of the student can join the teaching and learning process. Okay, Mr. Kapas. And then about the internet connection, I guess that will be the same problem like what you face every single time that you joining. Yeah, Mr. Kepas, what provider that you use for now, Mr. Kepas?
For this meeting, I use Indosat. While for the past few weeks, I'm still using Telkomsel. Actually, last month it was good, but the quality was decreasing for a few weeks.
Okay, so you may compare it. Which one better? It is to use Indosat or it is to use Telkomsel? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Kepas Ajibati, and then uh, when you have your offline kind of teaching and learning process for your students, you gotta consider my previous suggestion also, Mr. Kavas. Yeah, you gotta think about the two observer that observing your class. Yeah, so you are not focusing only, okay, you're focusing on giving a clear instruction for your students, but as the observer, also, we need to know what is it that you talk about. What is it the student interactions? What is it the question from the students? Okay, Mr. Kemas Ajibati. And please, for the next time, I hope there will be no more problems while joining your link. Yeah, while joining your teaching and learning process. Okay, and for the links, for the apps that you can use, that's okay. You may use any kind of apps. You may use Zoom, you may use Gimit, you may use Microsoft Teams, or any kind of apps. That will be okay as long as that will be an active kind of link, and then while we try to join, you can activate us, yeah, as soon as possible, because that really funny when we are here the observer coming to your class and then we are waiting to get the approval to join your class. Yeah, the one should be waiting. It will be you, the teacher, and then also the students, right? Not the observer. Yeah, because we are the observer. We are assessing your process, starting from the beginning. Yeah, starting from the opening till your closing. Yeah. But thanks God, because I guess I spent more than 5 minutes to every single of you. So it's mean you got, what is it? You got a good kind of teaching practice, yeah. But none of you that I stay more than 20 minutes, I guess, yeah. Maybe Mr. Ruli, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ruli or Miss Juliana, that I'm staying more than 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Kepas, I guess that's all my suggestion for you. And then let's give applause everyone for Mr. Kepas Ajibati. Yeah. And then I'm gonna ask one student only, please, to solve about what is it? Time management. Okay, Miss Juliana, come on. Do you have any problems with your time management or no?
Actually, my time management in learning processor.
Yep.
Um, my lesson plan 18 minutes and I finish.
Okay. The time management solution for Mr. Kepas. I'm
I'm
not
sorry,
asking about your lesson plan and everything.
sorry, sorry,
Come on.
sorry, sir.
Come
Time
on, Miss
management
Julie.
for Mr. Kefas. Maybe you have to prepare well about the lesson plan, and you have to manage its activities, how much time you have to spend in every activity, so the time will apa ya, bisa hmm, bisa terorganisir dengan baik seperti itu. Untuk primary activity, how much time you have spent, and then main activity.
Hello. Okay, that's a perfect timing while giving the suggestion and then you're freezing. Thank you very much, yeah, Miss Juliana. I guess that's enough, Mr. Kepas Ajibati, for you. And then let's hope you're going to get a better kind of teaching practice for your second cycle. Okay, and then now let's go with Miss Eka Fajar. You got an interesting kind of problem, Miss Eka Fajar. Yeah. First of all, it is about the devices. Yeah. Your school only got one laptop.
Sir, but all the laptop in put in every classes because we use blended learning, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, you cannot just borrow one of the laptop
Kemarin
from the
itu ada
class.
dua, tapi memang yang tersisa itu hanya dua, tapi yang satu dibawa oleh wakil kepala sekolah dan yang satu dipakai sama teman untuk online meeting, sir.
Okay. So your problem here, Miss Eka Fajar Suryaning said, it is about your, what is it? Your briefing, yeah, and then also your permission to the principal. If you really talk with the principal, if you really tell your friends, yeah, your fellow teacher in your school, I guess they're gonna understand. If you're going to have your teaching practice and then you need a proper kind of devices and then you're gonna record it, I guess they're gonna understand. Yeah. So I guess there's some missing kind of link between you and the principal and then also with your fellow teacher. Yeah. Because I guess if your friends, yeah, your fellow teacher and then also the principal know that you really need the devices, I guess they're gonna let you use it. Okay, Miss Eka Fajar. So for your second, yeah, for your second teaching practice, you gotta book. Yeah, you gotta book it from now on. Yeah, you have to book the use of the laptop. Okay, this belong to me on this day. Yeah, on the recording day. Okay, Miss Eka Fajar. So this problem will
Yes,
not
sir.
happen again. Yeah. Okay, and then you get talk also with your principal. Sir or miss, I really need this for my teaching practice, yeah, to have
Sir,
a proper
kalau
devices.
kalau harus izin gitu saya malah saya bingung, nanti saya pinjam aja laptop kantor suami, mungkin itu lebih aman.
Okay, so your husband is the solution. That's okay. Yeah? I guess your husband gonna provide a much better kind of devices than your school. Yeah. Okay, Miss Eka Bajar, that will be the first, and then second one is about your school policy. Yeah. You are planning to conduct 1 hour of teaching and learning process. Yeah, 2 times 30 minutes, right? And then
Yeah, it
you can
was
also
60, but it became just 30 minutes.
okay. So for this one school policy, one more time, we cannot argue with this one, yeah, because we gotta obey the school policy. But for next time, since you're already aware of, you already knew about the school policy that you cannot conduct the teaching and learning process consists of 60 minutes, so you have to revise your second teaching practice. Yeah, it will be on 30 minutes.
Itu
Okay,
boleh,
Mr.
sir?
Kamal. Hmm?
Boleh?
That's okay. Come on. That's
Oh,
okay. One more time. It is based on your school policy, right?
oke, sir.
Yeah.
Ya.
And then your teaching practice here it should be on your school policy. You don't have to break the rule. Yeah. You gotta revise your second video here so it can match with 30 minutes kind of teaching and learning. Okay, Mr. Kapajar. And then next one, the camera. Yeah? Maybe you gotta also borrow your husband's smartphone. Yeah? So you can have your additional devices. Yeah. And I guess your husband gonna let you borrow it. It is only 30 minutes, I guess. Yeah.
Itu jadi kemarin begini, Sir. Itu
Okay.
kamera tuh dipakai sama 3 orang untuk hari itu rekaman PPL, Sir. Makanya saya dapat yang terakhir itu mungkin kepanasan jadinya off begitu, dan saya udah dikasih kode sama teman saya nggak paham, saya tetap aja fokus maksud saya gitu. Ternyata temen bilang, ya Allah, kan tadi dikasih tahu Miss kalau kameranya off, berhenti dulu, saya nggak tahu jadi saya panjang aja begitu,
And then
tetap
it
aja
is,
berjalan
yeah,
terakhir.
it is not only about the camera. Yeah, I came to your class and then I got no audio at all. So it is a moment of silence. Coming to your class, observing the class with no kind of audio, no clear kind of instructions. Yeah, Miss Eka Bajar, I
Yes,
hope that will not happen again for your second teaching practice. Okay, Miss Eka? And then last one, your tripod. I guess you may ask your husband, Hubby, you're gonna give me 25,000. I need to buy a tripod. Yeah.
saya nggak punya kamera video tapi saya beli ya, Sir, tripodnya.
Yeah, I mean the tripod that you can use also for your smartphone. Yeah, I guess that's a cheap one. Maybe you can consult with Mr. Ruli Saiful Akbar. Yeah, Mr. Ruli, yeah, we got 10,000 kind of tripod, right? The tripod we can use for the real camera, and then the tripod that we can use also for the smartphone. It is not an expensive one, Miss Eka Bayar. Yeah, not like Miss Miss Rusti, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Miss Siti Nurhayati Rusti, or what is it? That mentioning, okay, sir, if I have to buy a new laptop, I have to do a saving 6 months. That really break my heart. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, Miss Eka Bajar. Okay, and then I guess that's all my suggestion for you. Let's give applause for Miss Eka Fajar, everyone. Yeah, for the problems that she shared. And then I'm not gonna ask everyone to get or to provide the suggestion because it is already 10:26. We got 4 more minutes. Yeah, and then after that one, you're going to have your break till 1 o'clock. And then next, Mr. Tarjo gonna join with you guys for the second sessions. Yeah. And then after Miss Eka Fajar, we have Miss Hairina. Miss Hairina, I guess I don't have to give you suggestion based on the connection thing, yeah, because we already talked about all internet connections, and then your case here, it is similar, I guess, with Mr. Kepas, yeah, about the participant joining the class. It is consists only 6 and then 8 students, yeah, Miss Hairina, and I guess if it is consists only 6 of 8 students, it seems like not a real class that you teach for. It seems like it is a private kind of teaching and learning. Yeah. So for the second teaching practice, I hope you're gonna provide more student with you. Okay, at least 10 students, that will be okay. Not 6 to 8 students. Yeah. And then next one, the third, your problem here. Not all the students completing their teaching and learning process. Yeah, so it's mean when you deliver your lessons and then you are not matching, you are not getting the learning aim for all the students, so that a failed one. Yeah, that's a failure for you. Yeah, and then let's hope for your second teaching practice, you gotta make sure every single of the student here, they gonna understand about what you deliver for them. Yeah, that's why you gotta brief them well enough first before recording the video. Okay, Miss Sabrina. And
Yes, sir.
then last one, what is it, the problem? Last one, what is it, your last problem?
For the participant, actually already 16, sir. It's because I combine 2 classes. Jadi bukan 6 murid, tapi saya langsung mengambil murid lain untuk masuk ke dalam Zoom. Gitu, karena blended learning, sir.
Yeah, even if it is a blended learning, when we talk about the preparation for the teaching practice, we offer you to do an online kind or it is an offline kind. If you try to make it a blended kind of learning, so how that we are going to observe the, what is it, the offline kind of teaching and learning process? Miss Harina, do you see my point?
I didn't get it, sir.
Okay, even if you mention it, it is a blended kind of learning. So what we can observe, it is only the online learning, right?
Yes.
And then the offline learning, how that we are going to observe that one as the observer. For me, and then also Mr. Sutarjo as the observer.
I didn't put the offline student, sir. So I just combine two classes that online learning.
Okay. So for your last problem here for the second teaching practice, I hope you, if you're gonna choose an online one, try to choose an online one. If you're gonna choose an offline kind of teaching practice, so try to use offline one. So we can see your comprehensive kind of teaching and learning. Okay, Miss
Okay,
Herina?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then that's all I guess. Let's give applause for Miss Harina, Nur Fajria, everyone. Yeah, I hope you are going to have a better kind of teaching practice for the second cycles. Yeah. Next one, Miss Putri Dwi. Yeah. Miss Putri Dwi, here your first problem it is about the student participations. Your problem about the student participation here because lack of the briefing that you give for your students. Yeah, you gotta brief them more. You gotta prepare them more before you're going to start the recording of the video. Okay, Miss Putri. And then
Yes,
second
sir.
one, yeah, second one is about the Google Meet problems. Yeah, if you are not familiar using Google Meet, so that's okay. You may use Zoom. You may use apps that familiar with you and then also with your students. You don't have to push yourself here to use Google Meet. Yeah, use any kind of apps that familiar with you as a teacher and then also familiar with your students. Okay, and then the interaction, various activities. Okay, the interactions. That's why we have the planning first. That's why we have to take the teaching scenario first because you guys provide the teaching and learning for the students. Yeah. So if you have lack of interaction on it, so it seems, yeah. So it means like you are not preparing the student here ready to join the teaching and learning process. So you gotta make them ready first. Okay, Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari for the
Yes, sir.
interactions. Yeah. And then the last one, your problem, no one interesting. Yeah. No one interesting in joining the class. Yeah.
Eh, nggak
If no
muat.
one joining interested in your class, you gotta ask yourself. Maybe you can mute it first, please.
Not interesting, sir. Is about camera. Their camera is off.
Maybe you can mute your audio first, please, so I can talk clearly. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm mentioning your student not interested in joining in showing the camera on. Because maybe the way, yeah, the way that you prepare, the way that you build the interactions, yeah, the way that you motivate the students, yeah, it is not motivating them to join the lessons. Not a fun kind of activity, not an interesting kind of activity. That's the problems. Okay, Miss Putri Dwi Wulandari, and then
Yes,
maybe
sir.
maybe one time you need to talk. Okay, guys, you may join my class if you turn your camera on. If you don't want to turn your camera on, you better leave this class. Yeah? Or I'm gonna count till 5. If you are not turning your camera on, I'm gonna kick you out of the class. Yeah? You're gonna tell them that way.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Good advice.
Yeah, maybe that will work, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna count till 5. Okay, if no one turning the camera on, I'm not gonna give you a score. Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm gonna tell your parent you're joining the class well enough. Okay, Miss Putri Wulandari. That's all I
Yes, sir.
got. A suggestion for you. And then let's give
Yeah.
applause for
Thank
Miss
you.
Putri Wulandari, everyone. And then next, Miss Yuspina Wati. I'm not gonna discuss about internet connection anymore. Yeah, we discussed it pretty enough, I guess. And then next one, uh, about the student participations. About the student participation, I guess my suggestion it will be the same like the previous one, to Mr. Ruli, I guess, Mr. Ruli or anyone else that have the problem with the participants. You gotta choose your student wisely. Yeah, try to select your student that really can support your recording process. Okay, Miss Yusfinawati. And then second one, devices with video. I guess this problem happened because lack of rehearsals, lack of deep practice. You gotta do more rehearsal, yeah, before you're going to record your video. Yeah, not only 2 times, not only 3 times, but as many as you can. Yeah, till you sure that there will be no more problems while recording the video. Okay, Miss Yuspinawati. And then last one, student worksheet. Yeah, only 8 can join. So this happened because of lack of rehearsal also. Yeah, if in your preparation for your practice first before you're going to record the video, you already tell the students, okay, when we have the teaching and learning process, when we have the recording process, we are going to have the student worksheet. You guys will complete the tasks. Yeah, so they're already aware. Yeah, and then I have no idea why the student they're not complaining. Yeah, when they have to complete the tasks, as long as I understand, when we talk about the quiz, when we give the student about the task, yeah, they're going to ask us if they're still confused over the task. Yeah, if they still have something to ask about the task, about the question that we deliver for them. Okay, Miss Yuspinawati. I guess that's all my
Okay.
suggestion for you. And then let's give applause for Miss Yuspinawati, everyone. Yeah, let's hope that you're gonna have a better
Thank you,
kind of
sir.
teaching practice for the second cycle. Yeah, and then last one, Miss Juliana. Miss Juliana, hello, hello, Miss
Yes,
Juliana.
sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, you have a different kind of problems. While some of your friends here, their problem related with a minimum kind of student joining, but you have the opposite. You have an
Yes,
overload
sir.
kind of student. You're planning to conduct in an amount of the students, and then while joining, there are many students that interested in joining your teaching and learning process. I guess that's
They
a
are
positive one.
curious, sir.
Yeah, that's a
They're
positive one.
curious, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you, sir.
mean you are an interesting teacher to join a lesson with. Yeah, you could
Thank
appreciate
you,
that
sir.
one. Well, some of your friends,
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
I'm planning to conduct this teaching and learning practice here for 25 students, and then it is only 14 students, or it is only 10 students in joining, but not with you. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, maybe we're next for your second teaching practice. You gotta make the assignment, you gotta make the student worksheet that can cover all the participants. Yeah, so it is not only consists of the student that joining. For example, you're planning to conduct 15 students, but those joining the 20 or 25 students. So all the student worksheet, the student tasks, they can make it for all the students. Okay, Miss Juliana. And then
Okay, sir.
second one here, it is about the clear audio. Yeah. Okay, clear audio and then clear video. I guess this because of the internet connections. Yeah. Next one, maybe you can compare it. You may try to ask all of your students which one got the best kind of connection. Yeah. Well, we had our first teaching practice, and then you may use that kind of provider. Okay, Miss
Okay,
Juliana.
sir.
And about the student worksheet, because of the overload kind of student, I guess, because too many of students that want to join your teaching and learning process. Next one, you have to modify, yeah, a flexible kind of student worksheet, a student kind of assignment that can match with all the participants in your classroom. Okay,
Okay,
Miss
sir.
Juliana, I guess
Yes, sir.
that's all what I can deliver for you, Miss Juliana. And let's give applause for
Thank
Miss
you, sir.
Juliana, everyone. Yeah. And before we are going to close our first sessions, yeah, now I'm gonna give you a chance. Every single of you here, you're going to give your expectations, yeah, for the second cycle of the teaching practice.